Let's go where we're going.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you here to the beautiful downtown club located in our beautiful city of Philadelphia. How appropriate is it that Meagan and Dan chose to be married here in the city where they met at the University of Pennsylvania,
Let's go,
where they fell in love, and now where they too call home.
go where we're going. Home.
It is an honor to have you all here to witness and to celebrate the marriage of this extraordinary couple, who to me exemplify what true love really looks like.
This is the good life, how living was meant to be.
Myself and Meagan really had the privilege of growing up with Adam and Andrew our entire lives. And there's not a single vacation or story or memory that doesn't include the four of us. And as we got older, it wasn't what are the four of us going to do, it's who in their right mind would surround themselves with one of us. So, Dan, I really have to toast you because you were first. You set the bar, and then you passed it with the highest grades in the state. So with that, I want to toast my little sister and my new brother with all the love in the world, as I love you so much, so both.
You will not find somebody who's more generous and more loving and more considerate with their time than my brother. Meagan, she is one of the most effortlessly graceful,
Let's go,
elegant, beautiful, kind-hearted women I have ever met.
Amazing.
And the two of them have such a sincere and loving relationship. I wish you both all the best with all my heart. Welcome to the family.
I always had Dan to talk to hang out with. He was always there for me. I always looked up to him when I needed help. I would give great advice. So thank you for being such a loyal friend. But just being around Meagan, I couldn't be happier for the two of them. Just so great for Dan. She's such a great person.
Today we celebrate the biggest milestone of our relationship. Nearly everyone we know will tell us that our wedding day is the best day of our lives. But every day we spend together will equally be the best day of my life. You've made me smile and laugh to make the happy moments happier, and found a silver lining to make the hard times more manageable. You've pushed me beyond what I thought were my own personal boundaries, from attempting to learn a little Mandarin, to living in New York, which feels like the distance to Alaska in the Sloan family, to even forcing me to try Vietnamese food. But most importantly, you've made me realize how easy and natural a relationship should and can be when it's built on love, friendship, and understanding, because that's what ours is. I promise to buy you ice cream cake every year for your birthday because I know how much you love it. I promise to grow old with you and always hold your hand, even if we're using walkers or canes. Finally, I promise to stop nagging you about always taking cooler vacations with your family and friends. Because whether we're exploring New York City, traveling through Southeast Asia on our honeymoon, or just sitting on our couch eating popcorn, you are my greatest adventure. Whiny.
and I see you.
I'm not aware any other couple like these two. For the last 10 years, they're very, very peaceful, always loving support of each other. Never heard that they have any issues, which is, to me, is very rare. I think that's a good manifestation of these two people, characters. They are very kind people, very generous people, and loving people. Now in Chinese, we call this a 缘分. I do not know how to translate into English properly. I look up a Google Translate. It's called fate. It's not a very direct, not a good translation. Probably a little closer translation would be lucky fate. Okay, the word we met Meagan first, now would end up as today. It's a lucky fate.
I try to make it right.
Hi, Dad.
And
Even though I never wanted to hang out with her when she was the baby, Meagan and I have become thick as thieves. I was very influential in her life, as any big brother would. Introducing her to the thrill of roller coasters, a summer job that was more fun than work, her first fake ID, and the Easy A classes at UPenn. And although Dan took her away to New York for a couple years, our relationship remained just as strong. Dan has embraced our incredibly close, bordering on too close of a family. He recognized that being back in Philly would make Meagan and the rest of us quite happy. Although we still hear him say how amazing New York City is. We get it, Dan, no more moves.
I honestly can't believe this day is finally here. Although today is the culmination of almost a decade of dating, it's really just the beginning of so many adventures together. I can't wait to see you for the first time today. I'm sure you'll be stunningly beautiful, but know that you're always the most beautiful person to me, whether it's in a wedding dress or an oversized knit sweatshirt. Love, Dan.
As you know all too well, the lawyer in me can be a bit too logical, you might say robotic, at times, working through a cost-benefit analysis for every little decision. For instance, obviously the cost of waiting in line for a Disney World ride outweighs its benefits. You might have expected that I had gone through a long and involved cost-benefit analysis when making the most important decision of my life, proposing to you. The thought, however, never crossed my mind. The decision to propose and to marry you today was and is the easiest decision I've ever made in my life.
Each one brighter because this comes.
This decision is the easiest decision of my life, not because of the countless benefits, but because I love you. And there will never be a cost-benefit analysis that changes that fact. I promise to always be your reluctant Disney World companion. Big spoon, but only for a minute because you need your space. Your best friend and your loving husband.
Well, I think I speak for all of us here when I say it's about Dan time. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Dan, you may kiss the bride.